It's time to dive deep into Meghan's fashion woes. Her slender legs and particularly short torso, paired with her interesting feet, have received quite the royal scrutiny. She does have a team of adoring fans who cherish her every fashion choice, but alas, there exists a slightly larger group out there in the vast ether who are less than thrilled with her sartorial selections. Even some influential names in the fashion industry have joined the ranks of the unimpressed. Realistically, can we imagine Dior working with her in the future? Let's get to the crunch. To Dior or not to Dior? That is the burning question of the moment. Will Meghan Markle become the next face of Dior? Although Dior has publicly declared that no contractual agreements have been discussed, that certainly doesn't rule out the possibility of a multi-million-dollar deal coming to fruition. Dior has had the pleasure of collaborating with the likes of Johnny Depp, Jennifer Lawrence, Robert Pattinson, and even Hermione from Harry Potter. These splendid individuals effortlessly exude fabulousness when the occasion demands it. However, Meghan, despite being an ardent fan of Dior, has a knack for, how shall we put it politely, massacring a designer's work of art. She has sported Dior on several occasions, but how many of those moments can we truly say went well? Let's begin with the instances where the Duchess looked positively fabulous in her favorite Dior pieces. Yes, quite. Now let's move on to the occasions where things went horribly wrong. Who could forget the time when the Duchess graced Westminster Abbey in 2018 to celebrate 100 years of the Royal Air Force? She donned a 1950s inspired dress complete with long sleeves and a dainty waist belt. Sounds delightful, doesn't it? And it's Dior, for heaven's sake. How bad could it possibly be? Well, at that moment in time, Meghan was attempting to develop her signature style, freshly married into the royal family and brimming with ambition. She was determined to make the boat neck a trend. Perhaps she hoped that if she wore it enough times, they would rename it the Meghan neck. But Meghan possesses a naturally short torso, which, if properly adorned, can be quite charming. However, a broad boat neck that only serves to further truncate her already petite frame, unfortunate. Of course, Meghan wouldn't know that, as seeking advice from professionals is not in her agenda. And let's not forget the waistband, which only accentuates her boxy figure, emphasizing her nearly non-existent waist. But here's the icing on the cake. Her shoes, once again, are far too large. One must give credit where credit is due. Walking on the cobblestone streets of London in stilettos deserves a silver medal, but the skills that it takes to maintain balance whilst wearing clown-sized footwear, that's worthy of the gold. So congratulations on that achievement. However, I must say it hardly merits a $20 million deal with Dior. During the royal tour in Monaco, Meghan donned a customed Christian Dior maternity frock that made her look like a Michelin-starred tablecloth. Now, let's not use pregnancy as an excuse for this disaster, shall we? Not in this century, because we've all witnessed some truly fabulous maternity looks in the recent years. Take, for example, Catherine, Princess of Wales, and her stunning maternity gowns. Case in point. Meghan's dress was designed to make a statement, and boy did it ever. The flowing gold fabric, the intricate detailing on the hem, and the complete disregard for her figure, especially that pesky short torso. This dress works hard to accentuate her round shoulders and obliterates any trace of her neck. Where on earth is her neck hiding? And her breasts look more like emergency flotation devices than boobies. One would be inclined to think that they are defying gravity. Funnily enough, Meghan does actually possess a neck, and her shoulders are well formed. So if my suspicions are correct, someone at Dior must be deliberately attempting to make her look bad. So the question is, whom did she manage to annoy at Dior? Christian Dior, in their ever so gracious manner, commented on the dress to the press, stating that it was made in Dior's haute couture design house. Now allow me to translate that from designer dialect into plain English. It means that this gown was custom made exclusively for Meghan by a select team of expert designers, with an estimated price tag ranging from $100,000 to $500,000. We know the problem lies not with the designer, but with the diva. Dior would be utterly bonkers to consider working with her, not because of her body shape, mind you, but because of her complete inability to listen to what actually suits her. And we will just plop this Dior outfit, styled once again by Meghan, here. Let me know if you can spot what went wrong with this special number down in the comments. The ultimate blow would be if Catherine, Princess of Wales, were to step out looking absolutely spectacular in Christian Dior pieces in the coming weeks. However, she is the epitome of diplomacy, and thus such an occurrence is highly unlikely. In fact, I wager she's avoiding Dior like the plague at the moment as to not further rock the boat with the in-laws. But someone who wouldn't shy away from rocking an ocean liner is Queen Camilla, and she scored a point for the monarchy when she stepped out in a fabulous little Dior number immediately after the news of Meghan's Dior debacle broke. I must say, I'm starting to admire our feisty new queen more and more every day. Someone said Meghan is to haute couture what McDonald's is to haute cuisine. I think what you really highlighted there is Meghan should be working with the likes of McDonald's more than she should be aiming for the likes of Dior. She really wants to be the people's princess. She's thinking about taking the name Spencer, and the people, they like McDonald's, so that would be a step in the right direction. She could advertise the great work that they do for the planet. Someone else said having Meghan Barkle for Dior is like selling a top-notch cake with a dead fly on top of it, or selling a perfume with a dead fly on its bottle. So please, Dior, get rid of this pest from coming into your well-respected company. A lot of people who like Dior and who spend a lot of their money with Dior do not particularly like Meghan, and so it would be a disaster if they actually did take her on. She's just too controversial, and she probably would be difficult to work with. Someone else said there is no way Dior would risk becoming Bud Light. Okay, I'm leaving that there. We know what you're saying. Dior would be the new Bud Light, and that would be a real shame because I like Dior. Not a huge fan of Bud Light. It's not my thing, I'll be honest. I do like Dior, and I would avoid buying it if Meghan was the person selling it. Someone else said, don't let the Dior hit you on the way out. I love it. Dior is denying profusely that they have not had any contractual conversations yet, but that doesn't mean that there won't be any. And the rumors are so strong within Hollywood that I do have a slight suspicion that they might actually do something with her. A suspicion, or should I say a fear. Hopefully after these rumors have come to light and they've seen already the backlash with just the rumors, they might give it a second thought. Someone else said Dior are promoting the worldwide privacy tour fragrance for Harry and Meghan. It's called Leave Me the Fuck Alone, subject to availability. How cheeky and how clever. Hit the like button if you think Dior should avoid entering into a contract with 1 hour of work a week Meghan, and subscribe to help the Crown family blossom. See you down in the comments.